Tensions simmer at the Delhi border areas. Farmers at Punjab, Haryana, Shambhu border have resumed their protest march with 1,200 tractors that they've brought in place. Now remember, before I go through this story, for the moment, farmers have briefly paused their protest as talks are currently on. The fifth round of talks are currently on with the central government representatives. That's what's confirmed by the agricultural minister. Though earlier today, you saw images that came in where police fired tear gas shells at them to try and impede their advance. Heavy security barricading were put up in Delhi's Tikri border, Shambhu border, Singhu border, all bore the same scenes. Farmers were seen distributing masks, gloves, safety suits at Shambhu border area as they resumed the Delhi Chalo March that began at least it's been a week now since they launched that march, and we've seen farmers going into clashes with the police. Police there adopting drones to fire tear gas shells and also adopting drones for surveillance. In fact, farmers have brought in excavators. We showed you all those visuals a little earlier of excavators, heavy machinery brought in to try and breach those concrete barricades with their heavy machinery.
देखिए, हरियाणा पुलिस ने अपने पंजाब से लगते हुए सभी सीमाओं पर पुलिस बल की तैनाती की हुई है और हम प्रदर्शनकारियों से भी बार बार अपील कर रहे हैं कि प्रदेश में जो कुछ जिलों में धारा 144 लगाई गई है उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए वो शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से अपना प्रदर्शन करें और किसी भी प्रकार से कानून व्यवस्था को अपने हाथ में ना लें। हमने पंजाब पुलिस से भी रिक्वेस्ट की है कि इस प्रकार की सूचनाएं आ रही थी हमारे पास कि प्रदर्शनकारी अपने साथ भारी मशीनरी जैसे जेसीबी, पोकलेन और हाइड्रा इत्यादि लेके आ रहे हैं। तो इस संबंध में हमने पंजाब पुलिस से भी रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि इस प्रकार की मशीनों को जो है बॉर्डर तक ना पहुंचने दें, क्योंकि इनका प्रयोग जो है शरारती तत्व पुलिस पर हमला करने के लिए कर सकते हैं और इससे जान माल का नुकसान भी हो सकता है।
All right, I'm going to cut across to Manjeet Sehgal, who's currently at the border area, Shambhu border. Manjeet, go on, over to you. We know that there's a brief pause in the farmers' protests. You have all our reporters joining us from across border areas. And salute to all our reporters, correspondents for bringing us these reports fearlessly in the face of that volatile situation along the borders. Manjeet, over to you first. Give us more on what's happening at the Shambhu border. We know that tear gas shells were fired right this morning. Has there been a brief pause for now?
Well, Nabila, the fire gas shelling has resumed after a while. Meanwhile, two prominent leaders of Singhu Kisan Morcha, non-political, who were discussing something between other leaders, are on it after the union minister made a fresh offer for the fifth round of talks. It is still not known whether the Singhu Kisan Morcha, which is spearheading the Delhi Chalo March, will join the talks or not, but they are discussing with them. At the moment, the police is on the alert. We are still hearing that tear gas shells were being fired. All we know is this, that the farmer union leaders who addressed a press conference in the morning had expressed the hope that union government will make a fresh bid to resume the talks. Now, as the union government has already offered them to do a fourth round of talks, it's still not known what their reaction is. We have just got a reaction from the Haryana side. Former leader BKU Churuni Group Chief Gurnam Churuni has welcomed the decision, but said he will discuss this offer with other leaders. But he is not part of the protest being held at the Shambhu border and the other borders. What remains to be seen whether these farmers remain stick to their principal demand, that is a law on the MSP, which they had demanded earlier during the 4 rounds of talks. They say this is their principal demand. They will not settle. If the government at least comes out with an ordinance and assures them that law will be made, they can call off their stir. They had also assured that their protest will be peaceful. They had given a call that they will resume their Delhi Chalo March at 11 o'clock. But the protest is so far peaceful. Farmers were eagerly waiting for the offer, but have not voiced their concern, have not told the media or the government whether they will accept it or not, or what will be their fresh demands.
We're going to wait and see what the talks hold, what conclusion the talks would have. Stay with us. I'm going to quickly cut across to Shreya Chatterjee, who's also at the Shambhu border. As all our reporters you see are at the border points across Delhi, where Shreya brings us this ground report from Shambhu border, which saw the worst violence in the last few days.
The agricultural minister has requested the farmers to sit for a fifth round of talk. Amidst this situation, the farmer leaders are right now holding a meeting within themselves to finally take a call whether they will suspend today's march or they will move forward. That's precisely the reason you can see that this JCB machine, which has been the talk of the town, is not right now on the front line. I'll ask my cameraman Pradeep Gupta to show you the signage which is very far away. That signage which you can see is really at least roughly 900 meters away from this place is where the main flashpoint is. Despite farmers getting the JCB machines, they are still waiting for their farm leaders' order on what should be their call. I will ask him that what are they waiting for, what is the current situation. अभी आपके जो किसान नेता है उनसे वो बैठक कर रहे हैं कि वो केंद्र सरकार की जो अपील है वो मानेंगे या नहीं।
देखो जी वधिया गल है, इस ਤਾਂ कहना भी ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਰੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਮੰਨ ਜਾਣ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਾ ਪਵੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਂਤਮਈ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਸਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਰਸਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ।
तो आप लोग भी एक तरीके से चाहते हो कि शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से इस चीज को सुलझ जाए?
बिल्कुल जी, ਇਹਦਾ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਜੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ।
तो अभी आप आपके नेता के ऑर्डर के इंतजार कर रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल जी।
So what you heard him say very well, that they are waiting for their farm leaders' order. Now clearly the farm leaders are discussing, they're doing a meeting right now after the agricultural minister has sent out a request for a fifth round of talks. With video journalist Pradeep Gupta from Shambhu, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today. As the march through the national capital by the farmers are about to begin, you can see that farmer leaders are addressing their people, telling them the strategy forward to ensure safety, to exercise safety, so that there are no untoward incidents that are caused against those people who are in the front line. The gathering you can see on the ground, the farmers are ready, they are waiting for the call when they will march forward towards the Shambhu border and ahead to the national capital. You can see the kind of equipments that have been placed. Their people have armory, they have shields that they have today this time, so that they can also move ahead without any harm that they receive. ये किस वजह से आप लोग लेके आए हैं?
यही अथरू कहते हैं गोले हट दे तेरा बुरा चले हाँ जी सेफ्टी है ये।
Okay, so these are also for the tear gas shells, the safety arrangements. This time a little different, a better strategy for the farmers that they have created, so that if there is any intense pushback from the Haryana police, which in all likelihood we will see, because Haryana police said that if you use heavy duty machines, we will have to take legal actions. Hence, these are the kind of arrangements made by the farmers for their own safety. As we both know, last time when they tried to march forward, there were injuries on both sides. With video journalist Pradeep Gupta from Shambhu border, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today.